was researching the period, I started researching what type of cameras, the photos taken back then, what were those pictures taken on. I started seeing them in thrift stores, and I was taking down the type of serial numbers and the models. For fun, I bought a box Brownie from 1916. And before I knew it, when I loaded in a film, started shooting, I actually started getting something from it, and I couldn't believe the first photo I took from it when it turned out you actually can still make photos from a 100-year-old antique camera. Around 1916 and the War of Independence, the type of cameras and photography that people used was directly related to their class and social status. For the professional press photographers or the very rich, the Guer's Ango or the Graflex SLR large format cameras would have been used. For the middle class, stereoscopic 3D photography was very popular, and in particular the folding bellows cameras like the vest pocket Kodak. For the working class, cameras like the Box Brownie by Kodak were very popular and extremely cheap and affordable. This is a vest pocket Kodak. It's also known as the soldier's camera because around 1915 it was marketed for soldiers and people going off to war, because it literally just folds up and can fit into your vest pocket. And certainly someone on middle class wages would have bought one of these. These were a huge seller at the period, but again at about 30 shillings, that was a lot of money back then. Ordinary labourer, that would have been about 6 weeks' wages. So you can take regular 120 film, which is used in a medium format camera, take a cigar cutter, and with the cigar cutter you can slice off the first top third of the film. You cut it down to the 127 size, and then you can spool, preferably in the dark, the camera and the 127 film, so you can get it working again. This is the Box Brownie camera. There's a simple box, and even with this, there's literally just one shutter speed, and then you've got 3 apertures that you pull out. As you look, it's made of cardboard. It's really, it's the most basic materials. It's literally a box of cardboard with a little prism to view. That's as simple as you can get. And these would have been extremely cheap. In the US, they were sold for $1, and that was with a roll of film included. And even the word Box Brownie was named after a children's storybook. So it was marketed as something so simple a child can even use it. The tagline at the time Kodak used was, "You push the button, we do the rest." So it was marketed for the layperson. This is the stereoscopic 3D camera. It's made by Jules Richards. It's a French company, a French engineer. The man was an absolute genius. This camera by far is the most fun to use because it takes 3D stereoscopic imagery. It takes 2 images onto one negative, slightly spaced apart, and when you print them together, when viewed through a 3D glasses or stereoscopic glasses like this, you get a 3D image with depth. And it was really the forerunner of 3D cinema that we have today, and a lot of people don't realise that 3D photography was actually first invented in the 1860s. Now, the problem with using the stereoscopic camera is that they don't make the film anymore. So what I do is, in the dark with a guillotine, I take sheets of 4x5 film and you have to trim them down into these magazine holders. And then it operates like a large format camera. You just pop in the back and then you've got one shot. So I have preloaded a negative into the enlarger, and this is from a vest pocket camera from 1913 I think, or 1914, and the 127 film, they no longer make it anymore, so I've modified this enlarger using black tape, and I've filed away some metal in the enlarger part so it can fit the 127 film. And right now I'm going to do some test prints. I never imagined that a 100-year-old camera would have this kind of quality to it. Like, it's incredible. I mean, right now in Dublin, more people probably photograph their food on Instagram today in a single 24 hours than you've probably had entire images produced of Easter week 1916. you.